Hey guys, what's up? So I've been rambling on and on in different sequences and I keep restarting because I asked myself, what on earth is this video even about? Basically, I had every intention for this video about talking. With this video, I had every intention to talk about my book and how I self-published my first ever book and what that process was like and what I learned and what would I change and what do I regret. I really had every intention of doing that, but we're not going to do that. I just wanted to share this video to tell you what I think I've come to realize. And that is that I'm tired of pursuing art in a job. I'm tired with lying to myself and telling myself, maybe I want to go into design. Maybe I want to work for a more creative company, but if I have to compromise and do certain things, then I will. I'm tired because whilst trying to do those things and to clean up my Instagram page and to only post certain things and stop doing fan art, I think I came to realize, you know what, I'm not happy anymore. I simply want, art is my safe space. And whilst art can also cause a lot of stress, it's a safe space for me and it makes me happy. And I've always just done it authentically in terms of if I want to draw something, then I do it. It doesn't have to be the most amazing thing, but if I want to do it, I do it. And one reason why, I don't know if I ever mentioned this, I think I have, but I owe a lot of my skills, and again, I don't think I'm the most amazing artist, but I owe a lot of my skills to fan art. Because one of my first inspirations for wanting to get serious about drawing, this is gonna sound ridiculous, I remember watching Naruto, and it's my favorite anime. I know it's very mainstream, it's very cliche, I get it. There's something about Naruto as a main character being it's so valid if he were to just basically be Sasuke, I hate everyone because I grew up without this and my family was murdered and this, that. But he does the exact opposite, where he just doesn't let his past define him into being miserable. And this is why I really like Sasuke as a character, but I also hate him because I'm dude, you need to grow up. Because he constantly says to Naruto, you don't know what it's like, blah, blah, blah. But I'm he knows exactly what it's like. And he's never ever treated anyone differently or worse off because of that. He just rises above it and he never gives up. And I think that's why I really like Naruto so much. Anyway, sorry, that was a tangent and a half. But what I wanted to say about that was, I think that was also, I kind of got exposed. I kind of found deviant art and I saw fan artists, people who made fan art of Naruto and other anime, and I used to copying and drawing Pokemon and things like that. But with Naruto, these fan artists inspired me a lot because I just told myself I want to get good at drawing so I can make my own fan art really well. I at the time, I didn't want to be an artist, an illustrator, make my own books, this and that. I simply wanted to draw and be good at drawing because I wanted to draw fan art well. And make it my own. I think one gratifying thing about drawing fan art is that you can make it your own and put it in your own style, and then people can like it because they enjoy your style, but also they enjoy that fandom or that whatever, that whatever you're drawing. And I don't know, there was something fun about that. And within that, there was a community. Whereas like with the original stuff, it's harder. And I've talked about this, but it's hard to build community within doing your own stuff because there's not like an umbrella to kind of get under. Whereas with, again, like anime or like K-pop or movies, books, there's umbrellas. Like it's a fandom and you can get in there. Fandoms can also be very toxic though, so that's hard. And I think it's hard to not get caught up into it as an artist in the beginning, but as you get older, I think you hopefully become a little bit more rational and you learn to step back a bit. And now I think I can have healthy relationships with fandoms. I'm not in many, not really. If anything, like I like BTS at the moment. That's like the fan art that I'm open to making. Other stuff, not really right now. I do like a lot of other things, but it just takes a lot of time and energy to invest in fandoms. And again, I don't really want to be a multi-fandom artist. Like if I enjoy a fandom and I want to make fan art, then I want to be able to have the power to do that if I choose to. And it's fun to be able to connect with other artists through that. You know, it's easier to do that through fan art. And I think that's also what made fan art so appealing for me, is that it does help you with networking and connecting to other people, and it helps a lot to become inspired by other people who are drawing the same thing but in different ways and styles. So that was really cool. It feels less isolating than drawing your own stuff. But again, I was never lying. I still really wanted to make my own things and give more time to doing that because I did want to grow outside of fan art. But then I think I got a bit sad when I felt like, oh, because I've said it, I shouldn't really go back to fan art. And then, you know what, I just told myself, like, who cares? Just do what you want at the end of the day. And if you want to do fan art sometimes, then do fan art. If you want to do digital art sometimes, then do digital art. If you want to do traditional art, then do traditional art. And if some of that is better accepted and engaged with than others, then who cares? I've had enough exposure therapy at this point to know that whatever I put out there, if it goes to the void, then so be it. Like, I'd lie if I say it doesn't affect me a little bit, but it does not affect me as much as it did, because I've come to accept and understand how algorithms work, how building platforms work on certain niches, and how you can't just inject something completely different into that. I get it. And if you can use something to your strength, like a fandom, then do it. You know, if you want to get recognition and if you want to draw fan art to do that, then go for it, because it does help. This is not also, I'm not making this video to declare I'm going to only make fan art from now on. No, I think I'm really thankful that I made YouTube, because I can really authentically build something that is uniquely my own. My camera decided to overheat, and it's probably gonna overheat again. Recently, like, it's become more clear to me what I actually want to do. And you know what? I just want to, I don't want to allow myself to police my art. I just want to make the art that I want to do, that I want to make, whether it's fan art, original art, whether I want to try and self-publish 10 more books. That's fine. And on the side, I would really like to have a space where I can offer my things online again. You know, I really enjoyed packaging orders and designing, wait, how do I get it? I really enjoyed selling things online and, you know, like designing my own tissue paper, which is such a small and silly thing, but I love doing it so much. And sure, like, a lot of money actually went into that, and did I make a big profit? Not really, but that was never the point. And then I told myself now, I said, if that was never the point, to make money off of it, but just do it so that you could share it with people who genuinely wanted to support you, then why is it a problem if you don't really make profit now, but you just do it anyway and see what happens? Because I was so worried about the whole shipping thing, and there's just so much involved. The costs, the PayPal, the PayPal conversion fee, the PayPal fee alone, the bank fee, like it just, it wouldn't really be in my favor. But then I told myself, but you enjoyed it. It was fun. So just do it anyway. And if no one buys from your online store, because again, my shipping rates would be more expensive, then that's fine. At least you've done it and you have a space so that if anyone in future wants to buy and support, and they do, then you've done it. And I want to draw what I want to draw, and I want to try and make future books, but I want to do it for myself, primarily. I don't want to chase companies and apply for jobs in more creative spaces to be able to have the excuse to prioritize art, because I don't need to do that. I can prioritize art because I'm choosing to, even if it's not my full-time job. And just because it's not my full-time job doesn't make me less of an artist. And realizing these things has made my goal clearer in my head. And it's reiterated that, okay, you know what? I moved to Korea thinking that I didn't want to make art my job. And as much as I enjoyed freelancing for a little bit, it wasn't sustainable. So then I moved to Korea to grow and experience new things and challenge myself in new ways. And then I missed art and having the time to do it. So then I moved back home thinking I wanted to prioritize art to the point where I wanted to make it my full-time job. And then obviously that went out the window because, just life recently. But then I realized, I keep realizing, you know what? I don't want to make art my full-time job, because it seems when I stress about doing that, I hate it and I don't enjoy it. And if I can make some money off of it, if there's people out there that would like to commission me here and there, if I can make fan art and make some people happy, if I can teach people what I've learned on YouTube, even if it's just 5 people, then I'm doing what I want to do with my art. Because growing up, I've just wanted to share my experiences, and I've wanted to be able to help people who want to grow like me, and have those spaces, even if it's not going to shoot me into being able to do it professionally and for the rest of my life and only do that. But if I can just do those things, I love teaching, and if I can help people and share my experiences and do that here and there on YouTube, and if I can have a space like Instagram where I can share my original art that goes into the void, but also fan art, and have people enjoy that, then that's fine. And if I can sell some art and make cute tissue paper to package it, then I'm winning, because that's all I've ever wanted to do. The most simplest, mundane things, but things that bring me small pockets of joy, and hopefully make a few more books, because I really enjoy making books. Then that's fine. And if I have to tolerate a mediocre, mainstream, boring-ass minimum wage job whilst I can still do these things on the side, then you know what? It's more worth it for me. Because I can't think of how much worse it would be to put time and energy into a creative job that doesn't actually fully appreciate me as an artist, and then still have to go home and make more of my own art. I think that would just drain the life out of me. And so this is not to say that I'm refusing to go after creative jobs at this point. It's more so to say that I think it's become clearer to me that rather than chasing, trying to find a job in a creative field, I want to focus more of my time and energy onto, once again, doing the things that I did genuinely love. And that's not to say I haven't been doing those things. I've just been having such a I don't want to say crisis. I don't want to say crisis. I don't want to say crisis, but it's a crisis. It's been giving me a crisis over it because I've felt lost, because I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this though, or I should be doing more of this, or blah, blah, blah. So this video, what is it about? What am I talking about? Basically, I came here to tell you that hopefully next week we're gonna talk about this. Whether 5 people watch it, 100 people, I don't care. We're gonna talk about that book, and I'm gonna share my experiences with you because, again, YouTube is the space where I can do whatever, whenever, and if I gain one subscriber every month, who cares? And yeah, so I'm gonna do that, but I wanted to say that I feel happier right now, and it's not to say that I'm gonna stay happy. I don't doubt that I'm gonna go through the ups and downs again, the woes, the highs and lows, you know, because they do always happen. But I think I'm a bit more sure of the things that I want to focus on, and I don't know if I've made it clear exactly what that is, but basically, I don't want to take art so seriously. I learned something very important a few years ago when doing a lot of like fan art, and that was, you know, I got so concerned with the outcome of a piece because it was easy to compare yourself with the other people who made the same kind of art. You know, that's one hard thing about being a part of fandoms, is there's a whole bunch of talented artists making art about the same thing, so it's easy to compare yourself to others. So I became so consumed about the outcome of how my pieces looked, I actually just was not enjoying the process, and I was just trying to rush and get things out there so that I could be one of the first, so that there weren't so many people that I could compare myself to. And then I got to a point where I was able to start enjoying the process again, and I started drawing more slowly and having fun with the textures and experiencing new things. And then the process, even if the outcome was the process, because I enjoyed it and I learned something and I could really just give my time and effort into that process, the outcome became less important to me. But if people enjoyed the outcome along with me, then that was fine. And that's also why when I do post original stuff and it goes into the void, it does suck, I will admit, but I've still enjoyed the process. I've still told myself, you need to enjoy the process, and you're doing this for yourself at the end of the day. And even though other people are not seeing it or engaging with it, does not mean you are not growing as an artist. And that has helped. But I think I really had to get back to reminding myself, this isn't just about art. The process is in many things. And I became so caught up with the outcome, like where am I going to be? What am I going to be? What job am I going to have? What is my salary going to be? That the process to getting to that place, I just stopped thinking about the process. Life is a journey, and it's a short one. And I know I'm getting a little bit profound here, but I just reminded myself that this is all a process, and not all parts of the process are pretty or beautiful or enjoyable, but it's still worth immersing yourself in and helping you to slow down. And I think when I realized that, okay, my camera is about ready to give up, so I need to stop talking. So let me end this here. Basically, I have started prioritizing the process of my life, not just my art. And through doing that, I think it's helped me understand what I want out of my art again, because I was quite lost for a bit. And by no means have I figured it all out, and I might change my mind several more times, but I think I know what I want to do and where I want to go for now, and I'm gonna enjoy that process. So I don't really know what the point of this video is. I just wanted to get this out here and yeah, just share that with you. But if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and thank you guys for your support. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you can enjoy this process of me discovering what it means to just trust the process, not only of my art but of life. And highlighting one of the things that AI will never be able to offer is the process. In life, where the process is being shortened and taken away, and shortcuts are being taken to get to a certain outcome, I want to stress the importance of the process, because a process is something that we as humans need to go through in order to grow and understand and build confidence and face challenges. It's really important. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next week. Hopefully talking about this book that I've thrown into the abyss so many times. But yeah, hopefully you can look forward to this. I will try and make it an interesting video, and for anyone who is interested in self-publishing a book or learning about the process and what you shouldn't do. But until then, have a great weekend and see you in the next one.